took my picture away. What we're gonna do now? Huh. Well, hello everybody. I'm live. I don't know what happened to my little picture that was supposed to be there. I will see if I can get it to come up, but truthfully, I have no idea where it went. That's terrible. Let's try that. No, that didn't give me my picture of M3 back either. So, hello, Tiffany Twisted. I am exhausted. As you can tell, I can't even figure out how to do this on my phone. I don't know where my picture went. Oh, fiddle dee dee. No, I finally got the truck unloaded. Everything is in storage except a few items that are in my temporary domain. Please let me know if you can hear me. You're not going to see me. I just want to know if you can hear me. Can you hear me now? I'm not going to have picture tonight. I'm on my phone and I haven't figured out how to do that. So just let me know if you can hear me. You're checking in to send Tiffany to the corner. Well, good for you, Kellen L. All right. The reason that I don't have a picture is not because I don't know how to put one on there. It's because I have been unloading a U-Haul truck since 11 o'clock this morning, and I have not had a chance to have a shower. So, needless to say, it would not be a pretty picture. And I'm not going to do the whole full blown show tonight anyway. I just kind of wanted to keep, keep my spot here and let everybody know what's going on. Um, my sister's uh, internet is really, really slow. So I'm going to have to get my own internet, which I'm going to try to do before Monday. They have a wireless internet up here through US Cellular, And because we're so far out in the country, I'm going to have to try that and see if it works. Uh, and then if that doesn't work, I'll have to come up with something else, like maybe go down into town to do my shows. The good news is, in the course of unpacking the truck, we did find the box with my coin collection in it. So Monday night, we should be able to pick back up with the Lodo coin collecting show with our car wash quarters and all of that. I am absolutely dying to get out here metal detecting. Hello, PD Sand Digger. Yeah, I want to get out here and get me some sand dug up. Soonly. It took way long to unload that truck. I'm 67 years old and I'm disabled, and my sister is several years older than me, and she is also disabled. So it was not pretty. My niece came for a little while and helped yesterday and today, and my great nephew. You've heard me mention him. He has a little coin collection going. He came and helped, and he was my only paid helper because he was the muscle. Uh, so the trucks finally unloaded and turned back into the U-Haul people. Um, there have been a couple of mishaps that have happened. One was my sister accidentally had a little. She bumped somebody's car, and I'm gonna have to pay for the damage, which is like $300. Uh, and then I've never seen this before, and I will get photographs of this so I can show you the craziest thing I have ever seen a horse do. My sister has two horses, and they basically just wander around the farm. Well, one of them is a horse, and the other is a Shetland pony. The Shetland pony is a little, I can't even think of a word that's not a cuss word, a little pile of poop. Um, that is the meanest pony on the planet. And yesterday, the pony ripped my back window out of my car in an attempt to eat the rubber that goes around the window. I kid you not, the horse took the back window out of my car. So my sister and I tried to put it back in well enough that I could, keep it from raining in there. And the damn little thing did it again today. So this time, uh, the horse got my sister sprayed orange cleaner all over it so that the horse will not do that anymore, because apparently that did not taste too good to the horse. So now my back window is out again. So right now I'm looking at about $500 worth of car repair damage between my car and the other little incident that happened while we were at the storage. So I'm not out to a very good start up here. Uh, if the horse didn't already have the name of Ubu, I would name it Kellen. It is a mean, stinky little monster. It eats everything. I bought a little refrigerator to put in the cabin, right? And the ground is muddy outside because we've had a bunch of rain. So I was going to cut the refrigerator box open and lay it down on the ground so I wasn't walking through the mud. I put the box outside. I went back in for maybe 5 minutes. I come out. The pony has chewed the box up and dragged it across the yard. The pony is one mean little snot. I mean, no kidding. Mean little pony. Would not let me get my car out of here today at all. Um, anyway, I have not, because of all of the things that have been going on and how long it took to get the truck unloaded and get it into the storage units. I have two storage units, one big one and one little one. The little one was supposed to just be for my craft items and my detecting stuff, but it ended up being just stuff full of crap. So I'm going to have to go down there another day, and I'll put my 10 by 10 event tent up and pull the stuff out, put it back in in a better manner, but we just wanted to get the truck emptied so I could take it back because I had to pay an extra $40 to keep the truck an extra day. So uh, when this was all said and done, with the 2 nights that I had to stay in a hotel in Georgia because we couldn't get the keys, we couldn't get the storage unit there open. So I had let me see, about 175 bucks worth of hotel bills, and then $300 for the broken tail light on the guy's car down at the storage, and the dent in his bumper, which I don't really think my sister did, but it's the guy that owns the storage, so what are we gonna do? So, um, then all of the other stuff. Oh, and that doesn't even touch on all the stuff that the movers messed up. There's probably $1,500 worth of damage to different things that were improperly packed in the truck. I think the two that I am the most angry about are my dual turntable, which to replace it will cost me, I looked on eBay today, and the cheapest one I found was $500. And the other thing was my Fender amp, which was immaculate when it went into the truck. And now the front of it has 3 rips in the fabric. So I'm going to have to find a lawyer down in Georgia. And I've been filming and taking pictures of all the damage. And it's just a mess. I'm going to try, like I said, before Monday to get some internet in the cabin, and we'll see if we can pull off a live stream on Monday. Um, I'm not quite settled in there yet. This will probably be the last night that I stay in my sister's house. Tomorrow I got to set up my bed, and well, first I got to mop the floor, then I got to set up my bed, and I have to evict 2 tiny little kittens who were born in there, and we've been slowly every day moving the box with the kittens a little bit further towards the door, and mommy's still taking care of them. So tomorrow we'll be moving them out the door. My sister runs a cat rescue. There are approximately 15 cats here right now. So I have really I've been through it. I actually, at one point today, went out and stood in the middle of Piper's Gap Road and said, "Come on, truck, car, something, please just come and run over me." Of course, there's like maybe one car goes down that road every 10 minutes. So I was not really in any danger of being run over. It was just a statement because I had had enough. It was so hot. But I finally got done, and I could start putting my house together and trying to find the things that I need, which I may or may not find. The bad part about all of this is if my apartment should come available early, I'm not going to have the money to pay for it because I had to use that money to pay for all this other extra stuff. So I've kind of painted me in a corner, but I'm resilient. I'll find my way out of said corner. Has anybody seen my favorite moderator? Nothing personal, Tiffany or Kellen, but I don't see my handy Andy tonight. I don't know that he knew I was going to come on because I told him I wasn't sure. So I will never hold anything against Handy Andy because he's the bestest. Hi, Lady Jax. Oh, yeah, it's been quite a move. I'm happy to say that it appears that all of my metal detecting equipment has survived. So maybe Saturday I'm going to take a break from the move, and by then I should be rested up a little bit and just go out here and detect a little spot on the farm. Just I need to go detecting. Um, I'm I haven't been able to go detecting for almost a month because of this move, and It's kind of one of my things I do for calm and peace. So I'm hoping to get out. Um, and I finally figured out just before I went on tonight how to do the front camera and back camera when you're doing StreamYard from a phone. So I don't know what my Wi Fi signal will be outside, but if I can do it, I will try to show y'all where I am up on the mountain. It really is beautiful. Uh, Excuse me. I'm very tired. We were so tired. We had PD. That's exactly what it is for me. It's my relaxation time where I don't answer ringing phones. I don't have anybody bothering me for anything. I can just go out and be in my head and be with the trees and the birds and whatever, it's it's almost like when you were little kids and you played in the sandbox or you went and played in the mud puddle and made mud pies. It's just your little activity that is relaxing to you. And so I really, really need to get out and do it. One of the issues right now is the grass is pretty high. My sister's lawnmower is it's partway fixed. We have to get the belt off of it. It broke a belt, and we got to jack it up and get the belt off of it and run down and get another belt, put the belt back on, and then we can mow the grass. So it would be better to detect if the grass was mowed, but it's not super high. Believe me, it won't stop me from detecting out there. Oh, oh yeah. Uh, my next order of business is I had somebody complain to me yesterday, or comment that they had not received their prize from the Devil Made Me Do It giveaway. I'm pretty sure that I have at least 3 times now uh, that because I'm in the process of moving, I mailed one half of the items before I moved, and the other half I will not be able to mail until after the first of the month because I am on Social Security and I just, with this move and everything, I'm out of cash. I've pretty much maxed out everything that was in my bank account and a couple of credit cards that those people are going to be screaming at me, especially the one that I rented the truck on. Uh, so there's everybody's going to get their prizes. It's just that it fell right in the middle of this move, and I had unforeseen expenses. So if you have not received your prize yet, it it's in the front seat of my car, in a box. On the first, I'm going to be going to get a post office box and change my driver's license and do all those things. I'm up on a mountain. I'm not in town right now. When I get my apartment, it will be in town. But for right now, I'm way up on a mountain. My phone doesn't even work up here, so I have to get a different phone with with a company that works in this area. I'm still going to keep my other phone because I've had that number for 20 something years. I'll just put it on the cheapest plan possible. And there's Rebel Stacker. Yeah, Betty White's pissed. Okay. Do I owe you anything, Petey? I don't think I do. I pretty much know who I still owe prizes to. And like I said, they're in a box in my front seat. Um, I've got to set my computer up so I can print the labels. And that almost didn't happen because my nephew almost put my printer in the storage, and I just happened to see it, and I'm like, no, 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 put that in my car, put that in my car. So um, I will get those out. It's just this move cost me way more than it was supposed to. Um, and like I said, that's not counting the damaged items. I'm just talking about cash outlay. Uh, the gas cost twice as much as they were told me it was going to cost. Uh, because of the gas mileage and so forth. So it just really, I mean, I had enough money to do it. I didn't get stranded anywhere. Um, Although one friend did pay for one of the hotel room nights, and it's just I'm gonna have to play catch up here, and nothing can really happen until after the first of the month. Uh, I am gonna go investigate the internet thing because it's through the same company I need to get the phone through. So I'm gonna try and get that, see how that works. But anyway, I did not plan on doing the show tonight, but I thought I would pop on for a little bit, see what anybody been detecting or anything, found any good stuff that I need to know about. People stealing mail, that doesn't surprise me. People are getting desperate, especially people who already don't have an income, and you've got our both sides up in Washington, D.C., who can't make up their mind about a stimulus package. So you've got people that are losing their homes, you've got people that have no jobs, we've got people whose unemployment have run out. It does not surprise me that people are stealing mail, in an attempt just to keep going. It's uh, like I said, it is not surprising to me. I've been on this earth a long time, and I've seen in the mid '70s when we had the big gasoline crisis, and I actually had someone pry a locking gas cap off of my car to steal my gas. Um, at that time, pretty much everybody had a gas cap that locked because people would steal your gas. Well, then they started stealing mail, looking for gasoline credit cards or any kind of credit card they could put gasoline on. It, like I say, it doesn't surprise me. Desperate times call for desperate measures, I guess, but I don't like thieves. And anyway, I didn't really expect I would get too many people in here tonight, but Petey, where are you going to go detecting tomorrow? I really want to go. I am too tired though. I would have to use my detector as a crutch. I mean, I I hurt. There's not one part of me that does not hurt. This was a 26-foot U-Haul box truck, stacked ceiling to floor. Now, when I get my apartment, I won't have to do that. I will just get my sister's work van or run down to Enterprise and rent a pickup truck. So I can just move a few items at a time locally. So that's a whole different thing. My sister has an old van that we use to haul stuff in. It's got like 250,000 miles on it or something. We don't care if we goober it up. So I can I can move things in it, or I can go get a pickup truck to move into the apartment. I don't ever want to see another one of these U-Hauls again. If I ever have to move long distance again, I'm hiring somebody. I'm not doing it. Oh, PD's going out on the family farm to go detecting. Let's see, that's what I'm going to be doing, PD, here in a few days. This is, it's not my family's farm. This farm has been in my brother in law's family since I think it was 1834, and it has since been broken up into chunks as it's been passed down, but they all still belong to people in the family. So they have a nice chunk in the middle of it, and they're the only ones that live here. The other siblings, um, they're not even here. Their property's either not developed or it's just clear land that my sister and brother-in-law keep mowed for them. So they're actually the only family members that live on this farm. This farm. Um, I didn't get much chance to detect here when I was here last time, but the very first thing I found was a 1943 S uh, war nickel. So I have high hopes that on all the acres of land there's, including an old house that's and two, two streams on two sides. I have high hopes that I will find something out here. It will be different, a different kind of detecting than I was doing in Georgia, and that's good because I was getting burned out on having to practically hit the ground with a hammer. It was so dry and hot down there. Um, it was hot here today, but most of the time their hot is nothing like Florida hot or Georgia hot. Like right now, I think it's in the mid to low 70s, where down in Georgia, I think it's in the high 80s. So, big difference. I was in Brooks County, Georgia, which was right on the Florida Georgia line between Valdosta and Thomasville. And I am glad I am not there anymore. I mean, I found some nice stuff detecting there, but I I did not enjoy living there at all. And I was very limited as to where I could detect. The town that I lived in, almost everything in it was on the National Historic Registry, which meant you couldn't detect anywhere. So up here, things are a little more lenient. In fact, there is a video, and I wish I had prepared a little better to do a show. There's a video that came out about a year ago on JD's Variety channel where he is detecting a high school that was under construction in Virginia, and that's actually in the town that I have moved to. So I have and I see that there's more construction up there. So I have every intention of trying to get up there in the next couple of weeks and see if I can find anything that JD left behind. I don't know where Hartsville, South Carolina is in. I'm sure I'll find some good stuff. When I was here last time, I did run up to a little elementary school and did their little tot lot, and I found the most beautiful Sarah Coventry butterfly brooch. It's absolutely gorgeous pin, and I found a bunch of loose change and stuff. So I have a lot of places around here I can look. I'm not nearly as limited as I was in Georgia. And like I said, there's a freshwater spring-fed stream that goes around two sides of this farm, which means I can go magnet fishing in it. and see if I can pull some old relics out. The other thing is there was Civil War activity here, whereas the part of Georgia I was in was way too far south. There really was very little Civil War activity in that area. So this I have every intention of going up to the library. I've been to the library here before, and they have a great big room that has genealogy and all the historical maps, and I'm going to go in there and do my homework and look at everything that was on or around this farm, over the last 100 years. And I think that will be very helpful in finding where the Civil War activities took place, because I was told that on another section of this property that there may have been some Civil War camping because of that stream. Because that stream, you can drink the water out of that stream. It is spring fed, clear, beautiful. We have well water here that comes from a spring, the best water you possibly imagine. That was the other thing down in Georgia. When I would turn on the faucet in the kitchen, the water smelled like bleach because it had so much chlorine dumped in it to try to make it drinkable. So, woohoo. I'm sorry, I'm not going to be doing any giveaways for a while. I'm just not set up to do it. So, but we will get back to our regularly scheduled channel. It's probably going to take a couple weeks for me to figure out the internet situation and the where I'm going to get the quarters for the Lodo coin show. And it's just going to take me a couple weeks to get organized, but I'm going to keep popping in and doing these little streams just to keep everybody updated. M3 right now is living in the master bath of my sister's house until I have to fix the front door on the cabin. The front door on the cabin kind of got warped and it won't close all the way, so I got to get out there tomorrow and plane a little wood off and make the door shut again. It's not a big deal. It's just something that has to be done before M3 can move in there. So for right now, he's living in my sister's master bath, and there's a big shelf right under the window. Uh, and he is just fascinated with all of the wildlife because he started out on a farm. And then as a kitten, somebody dumped him on a farm that belongs to a friend of mine in Michigan. And then he became an indoor kitty, and I lived in a trailer park, so it wasn't too exciting for him. And then we moved into an apartment in Georgia that the view wasn't great for him. So he is seeing things for the first time here that he has never seen. There was an absolutely huge deer out the side window that he just was absolutely fascinated with that deer. He'd never seen a deer before. I don't think he'd ever seen a horse before either. So he was enjoying the horses and I'm sure he's seen bunnies and there's other kitties out there. And so M3 is actually he's been very content in that bathroom because he just is fascinated with everything that he can see out there right now. But we got his giant 6.5 feet tall kitty condominium out of the truck today and brought it home. So that'll get set up in the cabin tomorrow, right in front of a window where he'll be able to see all kinds of stuff. And I think he's gonna enjoy it. Uh, uh, I don't really have a lot of detecting news right now. Normally, I have a little better prepared show, but the last week, actually, the last 2 weeks have been really, really difficult. Um, I'm hoping to get my channel back on track next week because that's one of my other relaxation things is doing my shows on Monday and Wednesday. So I'm not going to stay on here much longer. I am truly exhausted. I just wanted to make a little video, let everybody know what's going on, that we did get here. I'm gonna have to try. I may have to have an auction. That's another thing. I may have to sell some items out of my collection because of these added expenses. Um, it just I something's got to happen. So I do know that the box that has my collection in it is actually here on site. So probably this weekend I will go through and decide what items I can part with, and I'm going to have some kind of fundraiser. I don't know where my Andy is. Let me see something. I hope y'all can still hear me talking. I'm going to try to do something here without disconnecting myself, which um, I do periodically. Uh, I know when I last communicated with Andy, which was last night, um, he was working on something, trying to get a job, some information about a job that he's interested in. So he might be that, or he might not have realized that I was going to go live tonight. He may well be in somebody else's channel helping them out because he is a moderator in a lot of channels, and so that could be he because I told him I didn't think I was going to do a show, so he probably is just off helping someone else. So um, and if he gets this job that he's interested in, we may not see as much of him as we do now, and that's going to be awful for the community because Handy Andy is like he's a pillar in this community. So I will I will do everything I can. I'll reschedule my shows around his schedule if I have to. I mean, that's just how much I appreciate him. And we've actually had some discussions of genealogy, family history, and we think that we may have a common relative, which is something I'm going to check into when I get settled down a little bit more and I can work on my genealogy a little bit. But so you will see me referring to him as my brother and him calling me sister, and it's a genealogy thing that he's got some people in his family that may be related to people in my family. It's not like we're brother and sister by blood or anything, but um, so we do think that there may actually be a family tie between us. So that's probably why we're so close in this community. I mean, Handy Andy and I instantaneously became very good friends in this community. Hi, BC Treasure Trails. Yours is one of the packages I have not mailed yet. Um, it's not because of where you are. It's just because I had to split the mail out into two parts due to my move. So the other 13 or 14 packages will not be going out until the first of the month. Uh, I had 27 giveaways uh, in that big giveaway. There were 27 giveaways, plus I had the ones from my regular Monday night show that was right before the giveaway. So I ended up having 30, almost 30 packages to mail out, and I had to stop because of the move. Hi, Relics and Stacked Stones. We are doing an abbreviated version of From the Ground Up tonight. Oh, I got a good detecting story to tell you. Um, The last thing I did on my move was I had to clean out the rest of the things that were in my storage. And there was no time to stop and sort and throw things out and do that thing. It was just whatever was in there went in the back of the truck. So my niece is helping me unload the truck today. And she pulls out a styrofoam cooler. And it was really heavy. And she's like, "Oh, what's this?" Like she thought maybe it was a something valuable. And I said, "It's probably trash from metal detecting." And she opened it up, and it was like rusty nails and a piece of chain and a chunk of lead. And she looked at me like I have lost my mind. She's like, "Why are you carrying this with you?" And it was simply because there was no dumpster to throw it in. But on the brighter side of that story, my niece lives here for at least for another few months until her husband works for the military. But so anyway, I got to see her house for the first time, and it's 105-year-old Victorian. And the first thing I did was I looked at her and I said, "I'm gonna come dig holes in your yard." And she said, "Oh, that's fine." She says, "You'll fill your holes up. My dog doesn't fill the holes." So I have a permission to go do a 105-year-old house downtown with a big yard. It's got a small front yard, but it's got a big backyard, a real big backyard. So I'm gonna take the other two detectors with me and see if the kids wanna detect. She's got one child that is autistic or learning. He has some learning problems, but he's functional. I mean, he's a functional person. So I think he's going to be one of those kids that's going to walk around and watch me and then want to do it, or maybe not. Oop, I just got attacked by a kitty that is not my kitty. Come here, little one. My sister has, like I said, she runs a cat rescue. So uh, one of them pushed the door open and came flying in. It was either itty or bitty. Uh, the ones that she is preparing for adoption get brought into the house, so they're properly taught to use the kitty litter box, and they learn to be indoor kitties. So right now there are four. There's what I call the large and small, and the large, one of the larger ones, pounced me. Yeah, you're getting a lot of rain. You see, we had enough that right outside my cabin is a giant mud hole right now. So that was another thing. I had to go buy a pair of boots. Um, I have boots, but I couldn't find them. They were buried way in the back of the truck. I finally found them today, but I had to go buy a pair of like hiking boots the first day I got here because the ground was just so muddy. Just couldn't cope with having it squishing up into my shoes. I mean, I don't mind getting dirty. I mean, I'm a detectorist, and obviously I don't mind getting dirty, but I don't like mud in my shoes. And then you're trying to walk, and it weighs like 10. Your shoes weigh 10 pounds each. So anyway, we will be getting hopefully back on track next week or the week after as far as broadcasting my shows and doing some videos. I just don't know. It's taking longer than I anticipated, but I'm not giving up my channel. I recently heard somebody said I was giving up my channel, and I said, no, that's not what I said. I said I may have to stop doing things for a little bit. But no, I'm not giving up my channel. I'm still going to make every effort to keep my time slots. I may have to move things around a little bit to accommodate different things like people's jobs and and so forth. But we will be back to the regular stuff here within a week or two. Once I actually get moved into the cabin. The cabin does have electricity. It's really close to my sister's house, so I can come in here anytime and shower and do all that. It does not have running water. Um, I do have a flushable camp toilet, so I have facilities, as does M3. Got a brand new litter box, so we have a little bathroom set up out there. We just don't have running water, so I got a big camp water container for when you're camping. And I have a microwave and a little refrigerator and a coffee maker and some rudimentary cooking. I have a Coleman stove, a butane stove. So, but I can come in the house and eat anytime I want. Mostly my refrigerator is to hold my medicine and some yogurt and some soft drinks, you know. But uh, once I get moved in, it's a 2 room cabin. So one room will be the bedroom and kind of living area, and the other one's kind of the office and food, you know. So I just got to get set up. And my biggest challenge, like I said, is the internet. I have to go see what I can find out. The company my sister has hers through is HughesNet, and it is so slow, and they don't have a high speed at all. They don't even offer one. So I have some other options. I got to go investigate. Hello, Austin. How are you? Yes, Tiffany, coffee is important. I have to have the ability to make coffee and I have to have the ability to make sweet tea, which, you know, pretty easy things. As long as I've got coffee and tea in my little 8 ounce Coca Cola bottle every day, I'm good. Uh, but yeah, I'm slowly getting it set up. It's just going to take some time. This was really a lot harder on my body than I thought it was going to be, so I'm going to have to take a couple of days to rest and recuperate. And like I said, about around Saturday, I'm going to just take some time off and wander around with my detector because mentally I need that therapy of going out detecting. That is a very calming influence on me. And I don't care if my feet are falling off the bottom of my legs. I need to go out and walk around and do some detecting. It's mandatory. So I think on that note, I'm going to call an end to this. I've been blabbering for almost 50 minutes. I just wanted to let everybody know what was going on. Um, if anybody needs to get a hold of me, you can certainly do that. I'm gonna run my Patreon sponsor thing, my PayPal. If you want to send a donation to help me make up some of this, uh, having to get new internet, that would really be helpful. Or if you just need to send me something, my email address is there. It's susieq96@gmail.com. Uh, so anyway, you can still get a hold of me. All that information is in the about section of my channel, but do not send anything to the PO box in Quitman. Um, I'm gonna. I haven't closed it yet, but I asked the guy and he said I can mail the key back to him to close it, and he'll send me my mail out of it. But I'm gonna have to get one here, so y'all bear with me. This, like I said, this has cost me a lot more than I anticipated, and so I'm gonna have to juggle my money around a little bit to I thought I would be able to use my sister's internet, and that's just not going to work. I can not only can I not live stream with it unless I'm sitting right on top of the router, um, but I can't even watch a streaming video with it. It just won't. It just gives you the circle of doom. So I've investigated, and there is a high speed wireless internet offered here. It's a little bit pricey, but if it will, the signal is good enough to make it work, then, you know, that's what I'm going to have to do. The company that offers that also offers phone service here, um, in an area. This is the side of a mountain. We are out there, so there's not a whole lot of companies that you can get a signal. And I know that company's phones work here, so hopefully their internet will also. We will find out. So anyway, if anybody wants to get a hold of me or make a donation that would go towards the, getting the channel cruising a little bit here, I'm gonna go because I'm exhausted. I want to get a shower and get some sleep, and I never want to see the inside of a U-Haul truck again. And I guarantee you, M3 doesn't. So this is Betty White, also known as Betty White. It's Susie Q96 and little M3, and we're signing out. I will hopefully see you all Monday at 5 o'clock Eastern for the Lodo coin collecting show. I might also pop back in and just make a brief video once I get the cabin where I can actually video in there and show you what I'm living in. You'll appreciate more that I'm doing this channel when you see this cabin that I'm living in. I guarantee it. All right, y'all. Y'all take care. Thank you so much for stopping in to see me. And I will catch up with y'all very soon. Okay. Little Egypt has a new video today, released today. So y'all go check that out. Little Egypt has really been having some health issues, going through some chemo. So some prayers for Little Egypt Adventures would be good too. Uh, it's actually almost at the end, Little Egypt, but we'll be back one day, one way or the other. I'll get this figured out. I'm right in the middle of this move, and it's just crazy. I will try to watch your video as soon as I get some enough oomph that I can watch. I'm having a terrible time streaming stuff up here on the mountain. But Little Egypt, you really need, take care of your health. I will get over there and watch very soon. And I want all of you guys go over and watch the video. And I'll see you on Monday, maybe before. It just depends on when I can get a signal to stream or not. Uh, Thank you all again. I'll try to be actually on, but I didn't want to come on. I hadn't had a shower or anything. It's pretty gross. So I'll see y'all. Thank you so much. And if somebody sees my handy Andy, tell him to get a hold of me. Thank you. Love you guys. Bye.